Okay, good evening. My name is Karen. Could you tell me your full name, please?
Sure, Marta Eliana Castro.
And what shall I call you?
Well, you can call me Marta.
Okay, that's right. Okay, Marta, where are you from?
I'm from Colombia, Bogota.
Okay. And are you a student or do you work?
Well, both of them. I'm studying in modern languages. Also, I'm working as a flight attendant.
Oh, that's great. And can I check your identification, please?
Sure. Here you go.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now in this first part of the exam, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. So let's talk about home. Do you live in a house or a flat?
Well, in this moment, I'm living in a house. It's my mom's house. But a few months ago, I was living in a flat.
Okay. And do you like the place where you live?
Well, actually, yes, I like it because it's my family house, and I was living there
Mhm.
before, so I really like the feeling of being at home, and also because the neighborhood is in a really central part of Bogota, so I really like it.
Mm. Okay, that's great. Has your place changed a lot recently?
Well, not really. There is, I mean, the neighborhood there is very frequented by people because there's a lot of shops, a lot of factories. So maybe the thing that changed a little bit the last month was because of the pandemic. So it's a little bit more, it's a lonely place, but I think like the structures, the parks, and the buildings have been the same for a long time.
Okay. So is your neighborhood a good place for children to grow up?
Well, I don't really think so because, as I told you, there's a lot of factories, a lot of shops, a lot of malls.
Mhm.
So it's not peaceful. It's always people around there who's not from there. There's not enough parks from their side, and that makes it also a little bit dangerous. So I don't think it's a good place for kids.
Okay. So now let's talk about clothes. Is fashion important for you, Marta?
Well, not really, not really. I think I like to dress up. I like to wear comfortable clothes. It doesn't matter if it is fashion or not. I prefer
Mhm.
to wear what I like. It doesn't matter if it is a new brand, if it is fashionable or not. I really prefer something that I feel good with.
Okay, that's great. And how have your clothes choices changed since you were a teenager?
Well, a lot. A lot actually because when I was a teenager, I really cared about what the other people thought about me. Like when you're a teenager, you like to look cool for other people, for your friends. So yeah, definitely. Before I like fashion always, but not now.
Okay. Where do you usually buy your clothes?
Well, I don't have a specific place. There are some stores that I like because of I think they fit my style, but I don't have to go there to buy my clothes. If I see something in any place that I like, I just buy it.
Okay. Do you like receiving clothes as a present?
Well, yeah, but I also think that it's difficult to find something that really fits me. I think that when it comes about t-shirts or I don't know, like more like easier things, I think I like them, but when it comes about pants and all that, I really don't like it because it's difficult to find something to that really fits me.
Okay, that's right. So now let's move on to the second part of the exam. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you start, you will have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. And you can make some notes if you want. And do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so please take your notes and we'll see you in a minute again.
Okay.
All right. So remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this. So don't worry if I stop you. I will tell you when the time is up. So can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. Well, if you asked me about something that I bought that was difficult to use at first, I would say it was a corkscrew because I bought it. I used to use those that are really old fashioned, like because of the traditions, but that was broken, so we have to buy um, a new one, and it was like new brand. It was a modern one, but we didn't know how to use it. And it was really easy, but we were not used to that. So we start just trying how to use it. We almost break it because uh, we didn't know how to use it, and because there were not instructions there. So the only thing that we could do just was just trying to open the bottles with it. At the end, we realized how to use it, but it was really difficult at the beginning. Well, I could say it is a good one, but when you don't know how to use it, it's really difficult. You know, the difference between those and the traditional water are really, really, really different. So that's why.
All right. So thank you. Would you buy this item again?
Well, now that I know how to use it, yeah, for sure, it's easier to use.
Okay, that's great. So now we have been talking about something you both that was difficult to use at first. And I would like to ask you some more general questions related to the topic. That's okay?
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, let's talk about buying things online. What type of products is difficult to use at first?
Well, online, I think buying clothes is difficult for me because, as I told you before, it's difficult if you don't know the brand. It's difficult to know if the material is good, if it's gonna like you or not. Also, if it's gonna fit you. So for me, that's really difficult to buy. Maybe it's easier when you already know the brand and you have bought that before, and maybe also technology because well there, you know, every time there are more and more things, new things, and if you're not really into that, if you don't know too much about technology, you can buy and I mean whatever it says is good. So maybe those things are difficult for me to buy online.
Okay. What are the perks of online shopping?
Well, one could be, as I told you, like that maybe if you buy clothes, you're gonna have something that you don't like, or maybe something you didn't expect. Another thing could be maybe security, because you use personal information there, like credit cards and all that. So you have to be sure it's a reliable website so you can do it.
Okay. What are the drawbacks of online shopping?
Drawbacks. Um, well, also that you can. I'm sorry. I think I was wrong. I was talking about the drawbacks. But
Ah,
if you ask me about advantages, I think
mhm,
well, maybe that you don't have to move from home, that you can do it really easily, fast. You don't have to go to a place. You can see all the options online and choose the color you want, the type you want, and you're gonna have it at home. So I think it makes life easier. It's easier,
okay.
yeah.
And okay. And do you think online shopping will change in the future?
Well, definitely. I think well, technology programs, apps are uh, are developing really fast. So I think with time that's gonna be really easier to buy online. Maybe for those things like security, personal information, they will find something to make it better, to make it safety. So I think definitely it has to change, because more and more every day it's
Mhm.
used for people who didn't didn't do it before. So I think it will change.
All right. That is all. Thank you, Marta. And this is the end of the test.
Okay, thank you.